Alright guys, so this is what I've actually decided to do instead of the CrayCray karaoke. Alright, this is CrayCray Wrestling Review. Now wrestling is my passion, and for this I'm going to be selecting a certain pay-per-view, Raw, SmackDown, Nitro, Thunder, or ECW TV from the network and watch them at random. And today I watched WWF Armageddon from 1999. I'm going to go through the match card and tell you who won, who lost, blah blah blah. And then I'm going to tell you how I liked the match, or how I disliked the match. Anyway, so the first match was a 16-man, a 8-team battle royal, tag team battle royal. Once your tag partner got thrown over the top rope, your team was eliminated from the battle royal. And I liked it because I remember them doing something earlier, like a couple years before, doing something the same way. But anyway, it came down to the Acolytes and the Hardy Boys at the end. And there was some... the whole match was good. I mean, the Mean Street Posse used their 3-man team to their advantage. Rodney got eliminated. Here comes Joey Abs sliding, and when he set out, Rodney was about to slip back in, but then Rodney and Pete Gas both got eliminated. Anyway, Bradshaw almost got eliminated, but he didn't, and at the same time, Farouk did, but the ref didn't see it. So Farouk slides back in, and then Jeff Hardy gets Bradshaw out on the apron. Farouk throws Matt Hardy out on the apron, and then here comes Jeff Hardy running at Farouk. They pull the ropes down, and Farouk just chucks Jeff Hardy up in the air. So that was a cool, interesting end to that match. And then you have Kurt Angle versus Steve Blackman. Now, Kurt Angle, very new. Very, very new. And him and Steve Blackman, they were tag partners for a couple weeks. But then they lost. Kurt Angle was like, I don't need you. I'm better than you. So anyway, him and Steve Blackman go back and forth. And then he beats Steve Blackman. But then afterwards, Steve Blackman brings in nunchucks and knocks him out. And then the evening gown pool match. Yes, you heard me right. Evening gown pool match. With special referees, the Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young, for the WWF Women's title. And in the match was Miss Kitty, Jacqueline, BB, and Ivory, the champ. And first, Jacqueline lost her evening gown. Then BB did. And then Miss Kitty did. Miss Kitty had informed the world that she didn't like wearing underwear, but they made her. And then I remember, especially as a young man, as a young boy, as I said in the vlog earlier, that this part was paused a lot by me and my cousin Matt as kids. But when I was watching it on the network, they blurred everything. Because she actually takes off her top. I don't know if that was supposed to be like that or not. So we have the Hollies, who are the super heavyweights, taking on Rikishi and Viscera. And, well, they won. The Hollies won by a quick roll-up or something like that, I forget. But anyway, they have been messing with better guys, saying, "You're not as heavy as us," which was funny. But it was a quick match. And, yeah. The next match was a triple threat for the WWF European title between Val Venus, D'Lo Brown, and the British Bulldog. The British Bulldog at the time was wearing jeans and coming out with the Mean Street Posse. Finally, at the beginning, the ref told the Mean Street Posse they had to leave. And, well, it went back and forth of two guys working on one guy and blah, 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 blah. Part of the match, D'Lo and Val Venus go for a double hip toss onto British Bulldog. For some reason, he decided either not to jump or not to jump high and sandbag him, which meant he landed on his shoulder and his head. It didn't look planned. It looked like it hurt, like the Dickens. Val Venus ended up winning that one. And then there was a steel cage match between Kane and X-Pac. But the only way Kane could win is if he pinned X-Pac. But X-Pac could win anyway. And, well, besides the New Age Outlaws coming down to help X-Pac and Tori getting in the ring and getting hurt, Kane eventually won. Nothing really amazing about that match. Then we had Chris Jericho taking on China for the WWF Intercontinental title. And also that match went back and forth. China has this hurt hand that had to be surgically repaired. It's still healing up. And what does Chris Jericho do? Start boxing the hand. It was so funny. But he won by the Lion Tamer. The Rock and Sock Connection, which consists of The Rock and Mankind, taking on the New Age Outlaws for the WWF Tag Team titles. And one of my favorite parts about that whole match, it went back and forth for almost 17 minutes, was Road Dogg was going for his pump handle slam, and they kept on calling it doggy style, so I guess that's what it was called back in the day. And he starts humping The Rock, doggy style, and The Rock low blows with his foot, and it just had me laughing. And then The Rock and Mankind ended up winning by disqualification, but they didn't get the championships. So far, we've had Miss Kitty winning the belt, winning the women's belt, Val Venus winning the European title, Chris Jericho winning the Intercontinental title, and the New Age Outlaws keeping their title. Big Show, the WWF champ, is taking on the Big Boss Man, who is the hardcore champ, but it's for the WWF title. Now, Big Show quickly destroys Prince Albert, who was with the Big Boss Man. And this storyline, anyway, is very disgusting and weird and So Big Show's dad dies, and they use that for the story. So they even have it to where Big Show apparently is a bastard, and Big Boss Man rides around drives around in a cop car dragging Big Show's dad's casket, and the Big Show jumps on it. It's just weird. But the match lasts all of 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Big Show retaining the title. It's pretty much just, we're going to get rid of this. And then the main event. Triple H and Mr. McMahon. No holds bar match. The storyline for this is Triple H roofies Vince McMahon's daughter so she can't get married to her love. Test. Because he takes her to a chapel, a drive-through chapel, and marries her himself. Alright, so here's the thing. If Mr. McMahon wins, the marriage is annulled. Triple H wins, he gets a chance to get the belt. Okay. So, for almost 30 minutes, they go back and forth. And it's hell. It's a good match. It's a good, bloody, no-holds-barred match. With Stephanie in the front row just sitting there watching her dad get destroyed by her husband. And then Triple H has this sledgehammer he's going to use. And what happens? He gets low blowed. And he's in the corner, begging for his life. Oh, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Vince has the sledgehammer over his head. And this is one of the first times, it's probably the second time that I was really shocked by a turn. A heel turn. The first one obviously being Hulk Hogan turning heel and forming the NWO. So I can't do that with my get pan. Anyway, so he hands the sledgehammer. Mr. McMahon does to Stephanie. She's gonna hit Triple H. Triple H begs for his life. If she can't do it, she turns around. Triple H gets up and goes to hit her with a sledgehammer. Mr. McMahon moves her. He hits McMahon instead. Pins for the 1, 2, 3. Then acts like he's gonna hit her. She gets up, gives a smile like that, and they hug. And they kiss. And that's the end of the pay-per-view. She becomes aligned with Triple H. But no, that's a CrayCray Wrestling review for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully it won't be as long.